If you have not heard of 3DSEN, please allow me to introduce this to you. This takes your NES ROMs and makes them 3D. Yes, it actually uses your NES ROMs and turns them into what's called voxels. It takes a 3D profile and builds a 3D version of your NES game. It's just absolutely amazing. You can take Super Mario Bros. 1 and turn it into a 2.5D platformer. You can be inside the ring and Punch Out. It absolutely looks amazing. You can take a game like Spy Hunter, where it's top down, and literally make it an over-the-shoulder racer. Games like DuckTales, Castlevania, Batman, all look amazing. Almost like you're playing in a diorama. Personally, I was never a fan of Arkanoid, but now I can tilt the screen and make it look like a pinball table. It makes it so much more fun. So, welcome to the world of 3DSEN, and they have created over 100 3D profiles, and I'm going to show you how to set it all up. So without any more blah blah blah, let's get cracking. Go to the first link in the description, and that will take you to the 3DSEN homepage. They have a link for itch.io and Steam. I used the Steam link. I love my Steam account, so that's where I bought it from. It's going to cost you $6 to $7. But on this page, you can see they have a nice community tab there where you can find other people in this community developing 3D profiles. I will also leave a link to the Discord in the video description, so check that out. But go ahead and download the emulator. I already did and have it installed. I downloaded it through Steam. And let's double click that and open it up, and I will show you how to use it. Now, I like to play this emulator in windowed mode. I'm going to go ahead and expand it for the sake of this video. And this is what your game page, you'll want the end product to look like. This has all the cover art and all the ROMs. I kept the next page blank so I could show you how to set up everything in this tutorial. But first things first, let's start with the settings tab. Okay, let's set up our controller. Up here you can see that there are 2-player profiles that you can have. So those can have different settings. And you can either play with your keyboard or a gamepad. I use an Xbox 360 controller, so if I click this little drop down here, you can see my X input. And I have gone ahead and programmed all the buttons for that. But for the sake of showing you how to program a button, let's go back to the keyboard selection. And you can see that I have left missing there. And I will left click that once and hit the left arrow on my keyboard. And it's really as simple as that. And you can program all the buttons any way you like. But of course, I play with the gamepad, so I will switch back to my controller. Now, menu equals select plus start. That select plus start will take you out of the game to this menu. And up here, let's check out the different settings for the emulator. You have brightness, volume, self-explanatory there. The background music for this emulator, which plays, you can turn on and off. Shadows on the sprites, very cool. Also, the background is very interesting. You have a default color, gradient, fantasy. There'll be clouds and stars and all types of stuff you can put in as the background behind these 3D voxels. You'll see as we play. But I'll set it to default. I like black. That's what I'll do. The speed, you can set the emulator to go very slow or very fast. You can play Super Mario Bros. In slow motion. The render rate, I do 120 frames per second. It does not seem to slow down on my computer. I got a pretty beefy computer. Fast render, I think that used to be called frame skip. I'd select that if you're doing a higher frame rate. And then I use the direct renderer. Anti-aliasing, I didn't like the way it looked. I liked it to have more of a boxy look to it. I did not like anti-aliasing. And I don't use full screen for the purpose of game capture. And over here, there's TV boxes. You can even put a TV box around the games. I didn't think it looked that great, but it was okay. And of course, you can set your TV mode. So those are the settings for the emulator. And down here, there's some how-to. And I'll show you how to do this. You can load in your ROMs, art. You can switch views, reset your camera. I don't like how that's set up. I'd like that to be mapped to a different button. And you can quick save. Remember to quick save and quick load. Those are very handy. And I'll be showing you how to play with the zapper gun and duck hunt. It's actually pretty cool. But let's get to the good part. Let's go load up a game. Click on the Games tab. I want to play Contra. You can left-click it once, and a turquoise box will pop up around it, and left-click it again. You will be prompted to select your ROM and click Open. It'll load up, and it's literally that easy. That's it. Now I'm going to show you some gameplay from Contra, and it is absolutely amazing. Let me show you the beginning here. You see I can start tilting the screen with my right joystick. But look how just crazy that is. That's the actual ROM running, of course with enhancements, wizardry, technical mumbo jumbo, I don't know what you'd call it, but it's just such a new way to experience this. So let me go ahead and cut forward. Here we go. A little bit better gameplay, and man, I can't tell you how immersive this feels and how powerful you feel now that I got the fire rifle or whatever you call it in Contra. This is just so awesome. I can't even tell you. Okay, so I did reset this to show you something pretty cool. If you hit escape, that will take you back to the main menu, and it captures a little screenshot on the right. You can right click that and it'll automatically be your cover art. You can also left click on the little square there, and a little C will pop up. Click on the little C for cover art, and you can load in an image. Now, my image looked a little stretched, and I decided to go with the image I have right there on the right. You can also hit that little arrow beneath the suspended gameplay is what it is, and export an OBJ file, an object file, to your computer, which can actually be used for 3D printing. And you can click on that image to go right back into the game and resume. So it's really, really handy. Something else I want to show you is that if you want to manually save, we will escape, exit out, and we'll click that little save button on the left, and you can just left click that slot, left click it again, and that will save that suspended gameplay over there on the right as a save, and you can also load it as well. So that's how you do that. Now, what's something interesting to note is it's not the same as save state. So I actually hit load state during this gameplay, and it shot me into my last save from Battle Kid, which was an awesome game to play on this emulator. They're all awesome. I mean, they're all incredible. These guys are absolute geniuses. But you can always use your quick save and quick load, also known as save states, okay? And I also wanted to show you what the Super Mario Brothers gameplay looked like with the fantasy background. They call it a skybox, actually. And they put clouds and sometimes kind of space-looking, I don't know what you call them, Milky Way looking background, but it looks really good in Super Mario with the moving clouds, the moving bushes, the 3D pixels, and that cloud skybox. It just all comes together to look so incredible. Look at that. Just wow. Also, I bet you were wondering, how the hell do I play Duck Hunt? Well, you can do it all with a mouse, believe it or not. You can click to drag and change the angle, and then when the game starts, you can simply fire with the left mouse button. And I kind of sucked at this, but I just wanted to show you how freaking awesome this looks, man. I mean, guys, you got to try this out. If you look at the game Castlevania, they even made the curtains in the castle sway. I mean, they're really putting a lot of time and effort in this community, the 3DSEN community, that is. And this is only going to get better. And it's probably going to branch out to other systems, is my guess. They're probably going to figure out how to do it on Super Nintendo and Genesis, I would assume. TurboGrafx 16, who knows? But I shouldn't get ahead of myself. I am grateful to have found this emulator. It has just breathed such new life into these games, and, you know, I think you should check it out. So I hope this tutorial was helpful. I'm sure if you stuck around here all the way to the end, you're as excited about it as I am. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Let me know what you want to see next, and be a part of my community. Thank you so much, and thanks for watching. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you want to connect outside of YouTube, I do have a Twitter where I post video game stuff and top 10 lists, as well as an Instagram where you can see my collection and pickups. I also have a TikTok. You can see Groot, Rocket, and Gamora, my Great Danes, and shorter videos. And I also have a Facebook page you can follow as well, so I look forward to connecting with you.